bumpy road, Tim. Bumpy road, let me tell you. You're sharing it out? All right. Antisocialexperience.com, the website. A very slow work in production. Under construction. I don't have many new ideas. I do have a couple that I want to implement. But yeah, check that out. Updates are there. More updates can be found here on our Facebook page, Antisocial Experience Podcast on Facebook and YouTube. If you like any of our shows, any of our content, please think about subscribing, liking, rate the show, do something. Any of it. And with that said, we're here.
We're here.
Oh. So yeah, next week it should be a little more fluid. I'm trying to get a program set up to let me, wow, that's crazy here, to let me control everything from one mouse and keyboard. That's going to be different, man. I promise.
Yeah. You gave it a shot today, but
yeah.
IP issues. Yeah.
There's a point where it's like it's wasting time, and it's like, look, if I've wasted this much time, I'm just going to waste the rest of the day, then no show, no nothing. You know, but I have more fun doing this than trying to configure and work stuff out, so I'm still getting everything pulled up here. Is that the wind again?
Yeah, I think so.
I keep hearing our door go, man.
Yeah,
it's like
it's windy. I can hear the wind too.
Yeah, we getting swatted.
I don't know. We've been tempting fate with that one, man.
Right, I know. I'm not gonna smoke. I'm actually gonna vape today.
Oh, there you go.
I'm gonna try, people. What is it? Okay. So in reference to last week, do we just jump right in, or do we want to go on with some dumb stuff?
Well, what were you going to reference from last week?
The cashless society thing.
Bring me up to speed.
Well, one of our viewers had made a comment about cashless.
When we get there, okay.
Yeah, cashless society. Well, there's goods and bads to it, because and a lot of people have already debated this. Is it going to cut down? Is it going to not stop, but decrease like street crime?
No, because you can do Bitcoin. Like, there's a digital currency. Like, you'll figure something
right.
out.
Well,
like,
yes, overall street crime has went down,
yeah.
but that crime has shifted to. It's more of a crime shift than a crime stopping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
People, it didn't stop trafficking and other stuff, human trafficking. And there was what was it? The mid-90s, I think. The mid-90s is when they, in not all states, but I'm pretty sure all states are on board now, but they cut out the welfare checks and went with the card, the EBT, what we have today.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That was
90s.
Yeah, in the 90s is when they started implementing that. Now, not everywhere, but yeah, it was the 90s, mid-90s, I think, early 90s, whenever they started implementing the debit card form or whatever for the check and for food stamps and that. And honestly, people still sell those. They trade that for cash.
I was gonna make a quip earlier. Like, they'll trade beaver pelts. Like, whatever, man. Like,
yeah.
Whatever's valuable. Like,
and it's still gonna be a crime. Yeah. So cashless society. I guess it could work. I don't think it's the answer to stopping crime.
No.
Crime's still gonna happen. Yes, that's going to be crazy, though. Think about a drug dealer you go swipe your card at. I mean, they have to have, like, a legit business front.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, yeah, you eventually, like, society's just going to have to decide, like, what is a crime and what isn't a crime. Like,
yeah.
And what's, like, costing a shit ton of money and, like, has horrible side effects. Like, yeah.
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 I don't know. Like, I see it making... Because look at this. Okay, Sweden. I'll give a tidbit about Sweden. I do know this. Okay, there's homeless people in Sweden. They have like their own credit card now. Like they have instead of begging for change and whatever. Because I think Sweden is one of the countries that is saying by like 2023 it's going to try and be a cashless society. Okay, well, some of their homeless population accepts credit cards to get their money instead of like begging for change and stuff. Yeah, well, and they sell magazines. They sell a magazine. I forget the name of it. But that's like their hustle. They're selling a magazine, accepting credit cards. And people...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, it'll get to a point like with phones, too. You can just be like, boop, boop.
Yeah, I mean, the tap and pay thing.
Yeah. Once that's like, because it works pretty well, but there's still issues I see like here, you know, like, but yeah.
That in, I mean, okay, it would be a form of cashless, but think about technology, okay? Combine like retinal scanners, like just as you're out walking around in daily life, and as you walk into whatever, like an Amazon, like the clerkless Amazon markets.
Yeah.
You walk in, and when you walked in, they scan. You know,
Like they took a Face ID.
Yeah, kind of like,
oh yeah, tied it to your account, and they're like, yep.
Kind of like what was the movie they did? Minority Report.
Yeah.
They did that in. Okay. Yeah, you get a scan of your face, your eyes, whatever, because that's going to vary from person to person. No two alike, that as far as we know of. I don't think. You go in, gather up your stuff that you want, and then walk out, and your account gets hit for it.
Yeah.
Bang. Yeah, I mean, but there's gonna be outliers. You're gonna have differences. I think in long enough, you're gonna have like outliers that people were out there that make their own towns, own societies. Out, you know what I mean? Kind of like Mad Maxville. Like,
Yeah.
I'm serious, man. You don't think?
There are a lot of continents with like large swaths of like untapped land. Like like
Oh yeah. I mean, look at Prohibition. Did it work?
no.
Okay.
And that's where no, it didn't.
Okay.
No.
But we're gonna prohibit money. Not prohibit, but just do away with.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I think. My point was like, yeah, like some people. I think you and I were like, some people aren't going to accept it yet, and
No.
like, we'll just have to keep it around for a while. Like,
Well, that, and it's going to, and gradually, yes, they're going to die off. People that don't embrace technology. That's usually, and it's not always younger people. I've seen some younger people that don't like technology.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Usually it's older generations.
Yeah,
That haven't embraced it. Okay, now that's going to open people like that up. People that don't know technology, open them up to a whole new world of scams.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I have a good show planned for next week.
All right.
Thank you. Go get a muffler for whatever. Actually, I think that was a performance car. That sounded pretty good.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
It was loud, but it sounded good.
Yeah.
All right, kudos to you for having a classic car, but I still don't like you. You're ruining my show. I just address the public openly.
Yeah.
No, cashless. I mean, for me, no. I don't. I wouldn't adopt it easily because there's still so many things that I use cash for.
It is handy, but
Not necessary.
It's really not necessary. Even if you think of like the ways it's handy, like in 5-10 years, those will be like taken care of. Like
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just I want it to be easy. Like, if it's as easy for me to go and whatever, I owe somebody money, and I can literally, like, whatever, if we tap phones, I set the amount up, tap, and boom, it's as easy as handing them cash.
You can send it as a text message or like as a message even. You don't even
I know we can do that now, and it's simple. I just did that recently with a friend. She was a few dollars short for what she was doing, and sent a couple bucks over. And I mean, that's easy that way, but it still took a little bit. It had to pass some kind of authentication. I had to log into my PayPal and all that, and it was all automated through my phone, but it wasn't as quick as handing somebody cash saying, here you go.
Yeah.
If they get it down to that,
just like,
I'm on board, man. I'm on board.
all right.
I don't know. I just I see the reason they want to do it, but it's not going to completely stop some some things.
Well, and that's the thing too. Like there'll always be like barter. Like if you got two things of like relatively equal value or whatever, things that you can, you know what I mean.
Well, there's another thing too, because money is basically an illusion. It's an illusion that doesn't exist, but it has real fucking world consequences.
Well,
you think about a young person that doesn't understand money management and they're just learning in today's world.
Well, it's a representation. It's just used as a medium of exchange.
Right.
Yeah.
But overall, it's an illusion because as we need it, we just print it.
Yeah, like our bank. Yeah, I know what you
So
mean. The Federal Reserve. Yeah, that's wonky stuff.
It's
Yeah.
smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
It doesn't really exist,
No.
but it has real world consequences. You will be bankrupt. You will lose your car, your house if you can't pay for it for something that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So that goes into a whole nother talking about like us teaching our kids.
Well, wait.
About
what analogy were you making an analogy to the Federal Reserve, like fiat money to like technology, or I don't know.
No, just like kids and understanding the value of money.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Like it lends, because when we grew up, money was still very much a thing, and still very much is. But one day there's going to be kids that are growing up that have no idea what cash is.
True.
But there's still going to be real world consequences to this thing that they don't know what it is.
Yeah, I think it'll just be some numbers, like, though, and like they'll understand. Like, you can still understand, like, this numbers gets me this thing or that thing, and I do this service or like sell or like this, and I get those. Like, it's just, yeah, it can transfer. Like, I kind of disagree, I guess.
I listened to a thing. It was a guy talking. I think it was a TED Talk. It was from a while ago. And he did a little experiment with Monopoly and his kids. His kids played Monopoly.
These are, yeah.
Right? And he swapped out the game money for real money. Long story short, he got like $10,000 of cash and divided it up. Pretty much whatever bill was represented in the game, minus the $500. A $500 bill is kind of hard to get a hold of. They don't.
Yeah.
Right. So all the rest of it he had money for, and he had hundreds to make up for the missing 500s. Divvied it up the way it would when you start a game of Monopoly and let his kids play, and it totally changed the way some of them played.
Yeah. Oh, for real? It gets in your head then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched I guess shout out to Achievement Hunter. They did that. They did like a series where they played Monopoly but with real cash and winner take all.
Ooh.
Yeah. And like, yeah, it was fun to watch because there were stakes, like, yeah, like
the one kid, one of these guys' kids went from buying the high-priced properties and putting houses and hotels on them to buying the affordable properties and putting houses and hotels on that.
So there's like a basic strategy. There's a few basic strategies to Monopoly. Like, there's a few strategies you can follow, and the ones who just played to the strategy and played like it was like Monopoly money did the best in my observation.
Oh yeah,
yeah, like.
And it's like I've been thinking a lot lately about getting a couple different games that I played as a kid to share with my kid. You know what I mean?
I've been thinking that, yeah.
The one's not old, little man's not old enough yet, but eventually he's going to learn how to play it, hopefully. But I just recently, granted, there's no life lesson in it other than maybe some basic physics, but Jenga.
Yeah.
The block where you build the tower, keep pulling. Well, it's not real Jenga. I'm actually going to go get real Jenga because those blocks work so much better than the imitation.
They're on it in my they're like polished down. You know what I mean? They have their own slide to them and stuff. Yeah.
And I was playing with this imitation Jenga game from one of our little box stores around here.
Yeah. Well, if they're not sanded down and that extra time's not taken, they're going to grip. It's going to make it more difficult.
Yeah, the game still played.
It still played.
It was about 90% as good as Jenga.
Yeah.
But what I didn't like is Jenga, you get a sleeve to stand it up.
Oh,
and this one, the spacing was different from this one. The spacing on it required that you leave space between all three blocks to make the tower square. Yeah. Jenga, you can slam it together tight, and it makes it square. Yeah, but no, and it was funny. My daughter's like, "Did you play this game?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I played this game when I was little." And I had to stop for a minute and think. I'm like, "I think I played this with Graham, my mom, but I always refer to as Graham to the kids." I said, "Grammy and I played this, I think probably 25, 30 years ago is when we were playing this game." Was the last time we had a round. Right. She's like, "Come on, Graham, play. You want to play again? It's been a while." I'm like, yeah. So we had that fun. But no, I want to introduce her to Monopoly to try and get the money thing out of the way. Because money's still, Daddy, give me money.
It's an equivalent in exchange, man.
Like, well, she
you know what I mean. It's a represent. Yeah, it's a median of exchange. Yeah.
For being almost 6, she doesn't understand it at all.
Yeah.
She is starting to learn math in school, but that doesn't really translate to money yet. So yeah, I want to try and get her in on the cash game while it's still a thing. I don't know. I don't see it going anywhere yet, but I see people trying to want to do it. I don't know, man. Are we going to see it, though?
What?
Cashless society. Oh. And see it functioning properly the way they think it will? Probably not.
We might see like the very beginnings of it, you know what I mean? But
right. Yeah. Hard to tell, man.
Who knows? Man?
Who knows? Who knows? Not me. Yeah. If you want answers like that, I'm going to suggest you call one of the psychics on a 900 number. Yeah. Call Miss Cleo.
That's who that's the one I remember. I don't know, man. Fucking charlatans, man.
Yeah, there's a special place in hell for those people, if you believe in hell. I mean, whatever. I don't know. What else? I had another topic for today, and I think maybe I already burnt through it. Maybe it's going to be a short show.
It was called. The title was "Broke Jokes."
Oh yeah, well that's the broke joke. Yeah,
that's what. All right.
Everybody's going to be a broke joke then.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, think about people that's their thing. Money, lots of money.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, picture, what movie is it? Where is it Blow, where they're weighing the boxes of cash?
Oh yeah.
I mean, imagine that with no, like, he's got a single card. I mean, that whole scene's gone.
Oh yeah, that whole scene works a lot different. Yeah,
without cash.
Well, then it's basically Ex Machina.
Yeah.
Yeah, like then you just have like a really sweet pad in the mountains, like or something like.
Yep. No. Yeah. Ex Machina. Let me get off the YouTube. I saw that was up. People see our YouTube page there. Please subscribe. If you have, I'm going to take a minute and say that. If you have a Gmail account, and I don't know, I'm going to try it from a computer that is not associated with me. I'm going to go and try and see if there's a sign in with Google subscribe option. Like, click on subscribe, and will it let me sign in with Google? There has to be, I think. I don't know. But yeah, head over to our YouTube page. Dude, messing with multiple platforms, that's another thing.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
The juggle.
Well, we did audio only for many episodes, like 33, 34, and then we shifted over to video and audio. Yeah.
How long into the audio was it when you got, like, the sweet, swank-ass, like, really awesome recording?
Like around between episode 12 and 14.
Okay.
So we have, like, 12 at least 12 sketchy episodes out there.
Yeah. Well, what up? Yeah,
Yeah, it was way back at the beginning. Yeah. So we've had a halfway decent sound, and I really haven't tweaked anything too far beyond the scope of where it was originally.
Yeah.
A couple fine adjustments, but yeah, no. Multiple platform, and that's another thing. Some people get it, and some people kind of get it, and some people don't get it at all. Like, I can't make a business out of nothing.
Yeah, you got to, like, focus it, yeah,
and go online. Like, I have no...
Well, yeah, I think we need a little focus, yeah.
Well, yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, but, like, Facebook is not my thing. It's not my strong suit. There's many people that come in, and I've said this before, I think, want Facebook help, and I'm like, I don't have a clue. And I call my wife.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, Facebook, I cannot really solve many problems for people on there.
No.
If your browser language gets switched over to Spanish, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Outside the scope of that, Facebook issues, I got to call one of the bosses, you know? And funny enough, you'd think it'd go hand in hand, but it doesn't for me. I understand computers and diagnosing them, troubleshooting, fault finding with multimeter and a power source, or
power supply.
Power supply. I said power source. Yeah, we just use the 110 right out the wall. It really lights them up.
Yeah.
But no, Facebook I don't do well with. I want to, but hey. What? What? There's a game. I wanted to talk about a game coming out. What game is coming out that I would care about? Yeah, well, if I remember, I do. I don't. Another thing, another point of interest. You watch Marvel movies, right?
Yeah, I'm a fan. Yeah.
What about DC?
Some of them, like the Dark Knight series was good. You know, like
right.
Some of those older Batmans were like out there. You know, like
like the original Batman.
Well, I mean, how far we going? Like Adam West? Like
no, like Batman movie. Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. I haven't seen it since I was a kid, so I can't.
Yeah. I mean, some people love that.
Yeah.
And their favorite Joker is Jack Nicholson.
Oh, I think that's why. I think as a kid I saw it, and Jack Nicholson scared the hell out of me as a Joker.
Yeah. I don't like his Joker.
Yeah.
I don't, man. Who's your ultimate Joker?
Oh, Mark Hamill. The animated series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but movie Joker.
Oh, movie Joker? Then I got to give it to Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most people would agree with him. There are people that like... Get it, boy.
Yeah.
Jared Leto. I think there's people that like that Joker.
He's got his style. Yeah, I can see how it appeal to some people.
Yeah.
Like, but whatever. Everybody likes their different Jokers.
Okay, so I saw a trailer for a movie coming out. Doom Patrol. Did you see that?
No.
DC characters, I have no clue who they are. Never heard of it.
My experience with DC is like I watched like Justice League animated series and then the Batman animated series when I was a kid. Like, yeah.
I'm like, wow, I don't know any of these characters, and it seems kind of interesting at the same time, but it's like I don't know. You know what I mean? And I'm still capable, I guess, of watching a movie and rooting for whatever for these characters to make it or da da da. As long as the setup is good and that, I'll watch it or whatever. But I just don't know who the characters are
as much. Yeah.
No, DC, man, like hell no.
I've heard have been some good like new DC movies that I've heard, but yeah.
I'm trying to find out just so. Okay, so let's see if I actually know. If we know any of the Doom Patrol characters.
Okay. Yeah, this should be good, actually. Yeah.
There's Doom Patrol TV series? It was a TV series? Doom Patrol members. We're going to pull up the official wiki list. Oh. The Chief, Elastigirl, Negative Man, Robot Man, Mento, Beast Boy.
Beast Boy and Elastigirl I've heard of.
Okay.
And I know of Beast Boy.
That's the original roster.
Yeah, I know Beast Boy from like Teen Titans, whichever ran like a while ago.
Okay. Second roster is Celsius, Tempest. I've heard of Tempest. Negative Woman. Robot Man again. Larry Trainer. Lodestone. I've heard of Lodestone a while ago. The Pupa. Karma. Scott Fisher. The Chief. Wow. Crazy Jane. Rebus. Dorothy Spinner. Wow. I have no idea who any of these people are. No. And then they go on with the third roster, which isn't... There was too many in that second roster. Like the second... Yeah, and I didn't even read them all. The False Memory.
What the... Wow, man. That's so
Alice Wired for Sound. Coagula. Charlie the Doll. The Bandage People. Danny the Street. That's all second roster.
How many are we at, like, total? We're got to be at, like, 20 total.
Like on second roster, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18.
Yeah, like,
18 characters. Wow. Okay, so I know 2 out of that, 3. The third roster, they cut it way back down, and there's like a couple repeats. Robot Man, Kid Slick, Freak, Dr. Light, Elongated Man. I've heard of that.
No.
But yeah, so I don't know DC.
No, I do not.
And I'm not going to go through the rest of the rosters because it goes up to 7. And it's all a bunch of no-name to me. Yeah.
Wow.
Now, I don't know Marvel. I don't know the Marvel universe nearly.
I know a little bit more. Like, yeah. I've delved into some like wiki, So I'm a backstory and setting kind of guy,
right?
So I'll go in like wikis and stuff and like.
But I mean, like outside of the cinematic universe, yeah, I can name characters like they've had a lot come into that, a lot of movies and spin-offs where other characters, not spin-offs, but where other characters had their, like Doctor Strange. Did he appear in a movie, or did his movie come out first?
I can't remember if he had like a cameo first or if his movie came out first. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But it was either like a quick cameo, like end credit scene, or it was his movie first.
I think it was something like that.
Well, no, because at the end. No, never mind. Okay. It's at the end of Doctor Strange. There's the lead into Thor Ragnarok.
Right.
So like,
Correct.
I thought it might have went the other. Okay. Nope. Yeah, I think it was his movie first then.
Dude, trying not smoking. It's good and bad, man.
Oh, I can quit smoking cigarettes easy. I've done it.
Well, I'm saying it plays hell on your throat. Like,
is your throat getting just kind of better, I think? Like,
better, yes. Yeah, but when I have to cough, I really got to cough. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. I'm cutting way down from 2 packs a day down under a pack. That's pretty good, man.
Yeah. I have only really been smoking cigarettes around you. So, like...
Yeah, I'm a bad influence.
But no, other than that, like, I switched to vaping, like, a while ago. And like before that, didn't do anything. Like really, like there's been stretches of like a couple years where I didn't smoke.
Right,
like,
right. Well, hey man, I enjoyed it for many years. I'm gonna try and not enjoying it.
Well, there you go.
Try and enjoy tasting. Hopefully staying alive.
Yeah, that's a good side effect too.
What's it called? Didn't have any other topics other than that. Oh, Windows and
Skype. Windows and Skype.
I don't understand the force in your hand.
Yeah, and the updates. Yep.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. Like
the updates, I can see the argument that they're making of like it's for security issues, but you should still be able to opt in or out, like
right,
just in case, or like give you like a late, like have like a latency period in case like it's a shit update, because that happens once in a while.
Yeah,
like
Microsoft, you release some shit stuff out there for people.
I get it. Like you're on the cut, blah blah blah. But
Aaron suffered from that, right?
What?
He got hit by a bogus Microsoft, not bogus, but a bullshit Microsoft update, didn't he? At one point. Or maybe it was for his work. I don't know.
Yeah, something. Yeah,
something happened and it wasn't good. My issue, I was just live streaming, like doing not this show, but the after-hour show that I do when fixing computers and that. And I wasn't like, all right, work done. We're gonna relax and play a game. I couldn't even play a Super Nintendo game and stream at the same time.
Yeah.
And I thought it was strange because I've done so much more. We live streamed a Super Nintendo game, Knit Turtles in Time.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
And I'm like, wow, this quit working? Like, did Microsoft make changes? Maybe I had a bogus driver? No, updates had started doing a feature update at some point in my live stream. Yeah. Microsoft.
Come on.
Like, I really want to move the live stream back onto a Linux computer. Fuck the force in your hand. There's just not.
Yeah.
I can't make the compatibility jump because I don't work. You know what I mean? Like there's some stuff that I need Windows for.
Yeah. Well, you're repairing a lot of Windows computers.
Yeah. Who would think, right? Who would think? Yeah, that's like, I don't even, make a good analogy. Mechanic. You're working on.
Well, probably a lot of like. What would you think
working on
in America? Would it be more Chevys, Fords, or Dodges?
Well, no. Even you're working on your metric size bolts with your SAE tools. There you go, man.
Somebody told me, or I heard somewhere that like one of the reasons we had an issue with like a certain year, like certain like run around the 90s of American cars being cruddy is because like everything was like half metric, half SAE.
That could be.
Yeah.
I can't attest to that, but
oh no, I heard it from some. Okay, yeah. I heard it from some people who work on cars. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think the general consensus is that you like every 30 years or so is when good cars are made.
Every 30 years or so.
So if you take the late 60s into the 70s. Okay, so say 60s. The 60s cars were pretty good. 70s they got kind of wonky. Like
right where you said late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah. And then the 90s to 2000s, those were pretty good cars.
Yeah. Ooh, so we got a little ways to go yet.
Yeah. Think about some of the imports in the 90s. Those are cars that people still are after and doing like body off. Kids mainly, younger generation. Like some people like their classic cars still.
Yeah.
But hey, them 90s cars are going to be classics too.
At some point.
A different crowd, yeah.
Well, not too far. I think classic is at like 25 years. Cars,
something like that. Yeah, I'm not.
Or no, I think maybe 15, and then 25 might be antique. Yeah, I think it might go that way.
An antique Honda Civic.
Yeah,
imagine that.
I can't remember. It's been a while since
an antique Supra.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so if it's 90s into 2000s, we're like roughly almost 20 years in. So what? The 2030?
Yeah.
Really? 2030?
No, 2020 is when it's not 30 years from the 90s would be in the 2020s.
Okay, well, 90s to 2000s. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, 2020.
Yeah, we got a little bit to go.
And good cars again? Yeah. Is it going to hold true? I don't know.
Let's see.
I know one thing. The way it's going is auto driving cars and that, man. And you're losing control of the wheel, the pedal.
Yeah.
That's not going to be near as fun as driving a car.
Yeah. It is fun, yeah.
What about road rage of the future? Well,
people are going to be listening to podcasts or watching TV or playing a video game, so they'll be raging how they do in those things. So, like...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I like driving. I don't, but I do at the same time. Do you know?
Yeah, I'm with you. Like I could honestly, I could do without it. Like if I could like be somewhere where I didn't need to, I could do without driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I drive for one job, but I mean, I don't know. I think it would be a hard thing to get over because I've been in a couple bad car wrecks and walked away.
Yeah, I've had a couple close calls.
Yeah,
I never actually had like one you could call a wreck.
Okay, but just having that experience of not being at the wheel and somebody else loses control and sideswiping vehicles, cutting across the center lane, getting mashed by other cars, jumping the vehicle, landing on parked cars, that was all one wreck. Okay, so living through that, I walked out of a vehicle, like stepped out, opened the door and got out without wearing a seatbelt. Yeah, I started wearing a seatbelt soon after that.
Yeah.
I don't always.
Sometimes you're hopping in and out and going
too quick, yes. And when I have to get in,
you're just doing like town driving.
Yeah. Usually no. But knowing that feeling of when that wreck happened, it would be hard for me to like let go and let the car do its thing. Especially some of our especially some of our roads around here where you're doing like a 180-degree turn going around the curve,
dodging potholes.
Yeah,
do it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to trust that car. It's not going to be easy.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we definitely got some roads around here to test them. Yeah.
Yeah. If they're not testing them here, they're not testing them.
They ain't testing them now. Like.
You can't have them nice highways like Ohio has and the turnpikes and that. Not every road is upkept.
Oh, around here it's so bad too. Yeah. It's like a bigger older state with like, so that means like there's been a lot of, like there's more space for roads and longer time to build them. So like we just have so many.
Can you just see that? Like you're like, all right, you got your electric car, your self-driving car. But you have a manual mode where you can drive and you're like, all right, I just got to learn, spend a fuck ton of money on this car.
You have it in manual mode and
I'm going to test it out. You hit the button and you forget where you are. And just like about 10 seconds later, one of them potholes that just shakes the car.
Yeah, how are they going to, they got to dodge them, man. Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or we need to figure out a cheap, quick way to fill a bunch of potholes.
Cement, man.
Yeah, cement. They gotta look into materials and whatnot.
Dude, the crazy stuff. I'm sure you've seen it. The asphalt.
Yeah.
That water just like drains into.
Maybe not even necessarily cheap, but effective.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, there's that stuff that it's like pavement that water doesn't lay on it. It actually like drains into it.
Yeah.
That's a technology that they need to work out better and get that on the roads. Less hydroplaning.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would help for sure.
That's another thing. Okay, this we'll bring it back home with the cashless society. Kids that are growing up someday, like maybe not our kids, but our children's grandchildren may never drive
No, probably not.
Manually drive a car.
Yeah, there'd be at some point like I don't know. At some point, will even cars be a thing? Really? Like, who knows? At some point in the far future, yeah. But like,
Scotty.
Yeah.
I'm down, man. I'll never live to see it. But damn.
Have we talked about like? Because this is like a pretty like thing. People talk about this. Like,
what's that? Teleporting?
Yeah, the teleporter. Like like the issue with that. Like the philosophical quandary with that. Like does it kill you? Like, and just make a copy? Like, well, how does that work? Like, yeah.
That was what happened in, what movie was it? The Prestige?
I never saw it.
You never saw that? Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale?
Is it about magicians or something?
Yes.
I've heard of it, yeah.
You have to watch it, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin it for everybody.
Okay, all right.
But I'm going to.
You're going to?
No, not really. Okay, basically, that's what happens. The trick in the movie is the transported man, like kind of like teleported, but transported.
Yeah.
And how they did it, how he was doing it was somebody had to die each time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, wow, think about that. Okay. Are they going to deconstruct you and then transport all that matter?
Yeah.
Or
how does that work? Or is it like an electronic yeah, like is it a signal and
like
and then they just because like I think in Star Trek the way it works is they reassemble it with like matter that's like around there, like
right.
Yeah, so they just send like the information and then reassemble it.
Boy.
Yeah.
Where's the clone go?
Well, are you just information? Like what's
yeah, basically.
Like, I don't know.
How many hundreds of millions of terabytes of info is the body?
A lot, I think.
Yeah.
Like crazy. Like I don't even know if I can't hazard a guess even. Like,
boy, if we could talk about that, that would require some research to intelligently talk about it.
Yeah.
But there are people that want to upload their consciousness into the cloud.
Yeah.
Not happening today. There's people that believe in it. People that are holding Ray. I can never remember the dude's name. Uploading your consciousness. What's the dude's name?
Ray Kurzweil?
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
He talks about it. He's a believer. Is that the guy? He lost his dad?
Yeah, that's the... Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Any viewers, listeners, watchers, and if you want to look on a net, we'll cover it sometime. We'll try and talk about it intelligently. But there are people... There's people, just like your flat earth believers, you got people that think that that's going to be a thing. And I don't think it's going to be a thing anytime soon, uploading your consciousness.
Not anytime. I don't think soon. No, maybe. I mean, I'm never going to say never, but right. I think it's going to be a little bit.
We don't have the tech to do it yet.
Yeah.
And it's got to go beyond like building the bionic man. Like that's going the other way with it. Yeah. Like you got to go beyond fusing humans and robots. What is that? What's the word I'm looking for?
You could be talking like android or cyborg. I think those are two. It depends. And
yeah, cyborg.
I don't know. Cyborg, I guess, is what you would call a robot which has a consciousness in it.
Yeah. Would that be a cyborg?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's look at Star Trek. What was the Borg?
Cyborg. It's because
the Borg.
No, wait.
That was an actual enemy. The Borg, wasn't it?
Yeah, because a cyborg is you augment it. You augment something that's already living, but the only thing in the in that shell that would be living is your consciousness.
Yeah.
So it kind of squeaks by on a technicality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy.
Because an android is all machine to mimic.
Right.
Yeah.
Android, all machine mimicking life.
Yeah.
So AI.
Yeah. It's an all synthetic life form, yeah.
But okay, so the cyborg would be
Yeah, but like
the machine with life put into it.
Like, see, take it once. If you take it one step further from like one step back from uploading your consciousness, like like a robot skeleton, like a totally robot body, but with a human brain, that's a cyborg.
Okay.
Yeah. Like.
All right.
But yeah, it gets gray when you're talking about.
So RoboCop.
Yeah, like RoboCop's a cyborg. Yeah.
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 Boy, could you imagine? We got our medical and everything. We have all that down. Cyborgs, androids, whatever you want to be, we can do it. Mm-hmm. We're beyond going male to female, and you know, we're beyond doing that. We can change you into whatever.
Yeah.
You want to be a frog? Cool.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Right.
It depends on the circumstances. Like, is it easy to swap and like can then like few days later, like I don't know, like.
Right. But like, you're in a bad whatever type accident, work related accident. And you were basically going to be dead, and your family had to make the decision for you or something, or whatever. Close friends, family, whatever.
Yeah.
What would you wake up as? If left in other people's hands, what would you wake up as?
Oh, if I had to like leave it up to everybody else?
Yeah, like you in a bad accident, and they're going to bring you back as something else. What are you going to be?
I hope they would kind of just bring me back as me and let me decide after that.
Right.
Yeah,
I'd probably be a computer.
Yeah.
A self-thinking computer.
Yeah. Like,
or an airplane. I could be a plane, man.
I don't know. A giant ass sea turtle, like a giant, like crazy turtle. That'd be neat.
That would be pretty cool.
Ninja turtle. I'd be a ninja turtle. Yeah.
Ninja
I'd
turtle
first. Yeah, probably a ninja turtle first.
So a teenage in years mutant turtle that is bipedal.
Yeah, and could talk and like
and badass fucking
ninja skills. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
And we were talking earlier. I'm a fan of the Power Rangers. Not
necessarily a teenager, like
Power Rangers, man. I could be a Power Ranger.
You a Power Ranger?
What color would I be though? I don't want to be the pink one. That's.
Oh, I'd probably use the blue bandana. Like, yeah.
Don't you feel like the Power Rangers are kind of a rip-off of like Voltron?
Which came first? I can't. Well, they're all. Oh yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't know which one came first, because like the thing about Power Rangers is it's like Sentai, and so what they did is they had like other Japanese shows, and then like for the fighting scenes and the robot fighting scenes, and then like filmed like American actors for the other stuff. So like a lot of the times those dudes were like the people weren't even in the costume. So yeah, I don't know how old those shows that they was taken from, that like Power Rangers was made from was. So that'd be the.
Okay, so I'm trying to look it up, but they didn't answer the question without putting about 30 paragraphs ahead of it. Yeah, like they have a whole. It's somebody answered the question, but they have a whole slew of info going into different TV shows and even Japanese TV and. Later adopted into Lion Voltron. Okay, so both have Voltron and Power Rangers. Japanese sources were made by the same company, Toei Company.
Oh, well, that explains it then. Toei.
Yeah, Toei. Both of them were made from the same company. So, came out in Japan first in 1990. Power Ranger, which adapted from, I can't even say that word, debuted in the U.S. in 93. So Voltron came first.
Yeah.
And Power Rangers later.
But they're owned by the same company.
Same company
so
doing
it. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Like it's not.
So they respun an idea.
Yeah. Well, they took like an animated idea and like, hey.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're a Voltron fan, quit hating on the Power Rangers people.
Oh well, yeah. I like Power Rangers as a kid, so I should probably stop hating on the Voltron people.
Right. And if you're a Power Rangers fan, man, let up on the Voltron. I'm Voltron all the way.
Yeah. I couldn't get into Voltron.
That's kind of like, what's another good feud? Oh, Transformers and GoBots.
I have no dog in that fight, but like, I don't like the GoBots either. But like, I don't like Transformers either, really.
Right. Yeah. I think they kind of screwed up with the Transformers movies too.
Yeah, it's just like action.
Well,
action, and I don't know.
I liked it. And who was in it originally? Was it Wahlberg?
I think he can't. No, it was Shia LaBeouf originally.
Oh yeah. They should have left him in. Who cares what the fucking dude did?
What did he do?
He did something, and he got kicked from the Transformers cast. It's crazy when you try to spell these people's names, man. I am not a...
Hey, autocomplete, man.
I am not winning any spelling bees. Wow, is that right? It can't be right. That was too much typing for my skills. I don't know, but oh, he quit. Okay.
Oh, all right.
To leave the series for... Okay, Megan Fox was fired.
Oh, okay, that's the one who was fired. All right. Yeah, because
after comparing Bay with Hitler.
That's what you're thinking. That's probably what you're thinking of.
Okay.
So no, because I was gonna say Shia LaBeouf, I just saw did artsy stuff now, kind of like one of those dudes who just kind of takes whatever project he wants and
I'll tell you what,
some out there stuff.
I watched him when he was on. I can't speak to what he did before, if anything, but he was on Even Stevens on the Disney Channel.
Yeah, I think it's. I didn't really watch that. My brother watched that.
It was entertaining as hell. Even if you weren't a kid at the time, it was still funny.
Yeah, he liked that show and he loved the movie Holes.
Yeah, yes, Holes was good. Yeah, and I mean, that's cool if he wants to quit. But I dug the Transformers movies with him in.
With him in it. Oh.
Yeah, it made the story better.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure there's people.
Yeah, because it was like growing up with a person, and you fought because I think it was in high school when it started. I can't remember. I think I've seen one of them, and I think the one I saw, he was in college or something.
Yeah.
So and I think I saw the second one. So he would have been in high school in the first one then. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it was just kind of it worked better. It was a better arc.
So apparently they went into it. We're getting okay. Transformers: The Last Night explains his absence. So maybe something happened. I don't know. Aid of a visual okay, so he has a visual cameo in The Last Night.
Oh.
Been secretly living on the Earth throughout history, blah, blah, blah. Well, aren't... Yeah, I don't... That's another thing, too. Do you remember the Transformers cartoon?
No.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Or the comics?
Nope.
I don't remember the comics. I don't remember any of that crap. We're getting up there too. So there, yeah. I remember having metal Transformers as a kid. They were cooler than the stuff that's out today.
Yeah.
I wish I still had them. That would be even awesome.
Yeah.
And I don't know. The movies are good, but I think they could be better. The Transformers movies.
Yeah, it's too from the I really only saw the second one, and what's it, Jolo Totoro or something? The guy who was LaJesus in The Big Lebowski. I think that's he was the saving grace of that movie.
Right. Yeah. Right. I don't know. Yeah. I think I
don't, because I can't quite, because Shia LaBeouf was all right, but it was just too much action, man. It was just it was a bombardment of stuff in your eyes, and sound and loud explode. No, it was just too much. Yeah.
I don't know. I wish I could remember the original cartoon. From what I can remember in bits and pieces, it doesn't hold true.
Yeah.
So, hey, all I can say is I'm glad I don't make movies.
Yeah.
Because you know how hard it would be to come up with a new idea?
Yeah.
In today's world?
Yeah. Because I've been bouncing my head off this wall for a while.
And everything that's already been done?
You got to just kind of adapt something or take some inspiration, whatever. But transform it though. Make sure it's your own take on it, and you have your own view. Don't rip people off.
No, man. Yeah. And just coming up with new material, new stuff.
Yeah.
Or a new plot for a movie.
Yeah.
I'd be fired right away. I couldn't do it, man. Not in today's world.
Pope Jones and I were sitting there the one day, and he didn't remember it. I was like, dude, you realize we sat here the one day and went beat for beat, from the beginning to end of a sci-fi horror slasher flick the whole way. And he's like, oh really? Oh, all right. What was it about? I'm like, it was just about this or that. And he's like, oh, all right.
Nope, don't remember, man.
Don't remember.
Oh, I guess I should have checked the Facebook. I'm bad at that. I will get better people.
Oh yeah.
Wow, my internet is dog crap today.
Oh, man.
Imagine that.
Imagine that.
Our internet not working. Oh, broke jokes. There we are. Hey, at least it's true. All right, we're going to dip out of here for this week, people.
Yeah, it was a good one. Good.
You know, I like I said, I usually walk into this empty-handed, and today is no exception. Like, I really, and that's all I really want to do is talk about what I know about it.
Yeah, talk it. Yeah.
Because if I have to go, look, if I have to go off what somebody else says, or somebody, then I'm going with their version.
Yeah.
I think it's more true and more honest, speaking about what I know. I can research stuff, inform my own thoughts and opinions. But yeah, I don't want to be in here just parroting what somebody else has already said.
Yeah.
That's the goal, to stay away from that. And that's why I generally don't do research ahead of time on the matter.
Yep.
It comes across as more genuine, man, I think. I don't know. I don't like the real parody. I've watched real people parroting stuff out, and it's not entertaining. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what you think on it, but
well,
hey.
that's the thing. Like, I always try and cite my sources and stuff. At least, be like, hey, I heard this there. Like I read this here. Like, so make of it what you will. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Read this here.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard many people talk on the cashless thing at many different times.
Hey, well, at least we admit when we're out of our element.
I'm way far, dude. I'm out of my element every week. But you know what?
Yeah.
I have fun doing it. That's all that matters. All right. So, did we get comments? 7 people reached, 3 engagements. Thank you, people.
Thank you,
Teddy. Thank you for the thumbs up.
Teddy Gloves.
That's awesome, man. Dude, it's like we got a thumb.
I got a thumbs up. Sweet.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good week, people.
Later on.